repeat. Prime one, that's him. Sky, thought you thought, but I wasn't born yesterday. All I do is ball, you goofies underestimate. Heavyweight bag, step on your weight class. I done moved across states, blood I can't cap. Strap with it on my pivot, clocking digits. Rock hard and I ain't even in the kitchen. I'm on a mission to move soft, make a thing flip like a moonsault. Keep a switch for everybody through salt. Face froze, somebody check dude pulse. Is you stepping or stepped on? Wake the game up, make them regret I was slept on. Bogey's world, welcome to a new dawn. Till I move up, I can never move on. Big bread got me bougie past the great poop on. I'm getting over while you busy fighting over croutons. Yeah, bogeyism, a true boat brother gon' get it. All this water got me tripping. Hella fish scale, but I ain't fishing. See I move with precision. When it comes to living, I'm the definition. If I stand for one thing, it's on business. Bogeyism, it just hit different. Yeah, it just hit different. You find my story is all non-fiction. I put my family for me and I gotta mention. I keep an air fan tone mob a henchman. For you squares, option for opposition. And you ops that get popped trying to stop my ascension. Talking generational, you got my attention. Underworld motivational, you feel the sensation. Try and see how I look, get booked, I'll take it. I was just a crook, all it took was some patience. Now my phone off the hook, I got hella deals waiting. You ain't really made it unless you got somebody hating. Bogey's world, welcome to a new dawn. Till I move up, I can never move on. Big bread got me bougie past the gray poop on. Getting over while you busy fighting over croutons. Yeah, bogeyism, a true boat brother gon' get it. All this water got me tripping. Hella fish scale, but I ain't fishing. See I move with precision. When it comes to living, I'm the definition. If I stand for one thing, it's on business. Bogeyism, it just hit different. Yeah.
I said, are you ready?
Yes. And if you're talking generational, you got my attention. Underworld motivational. You feel the sensation because you have now tuned into another live edition, the first 2025 live edition of Awake.
Yo!
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yes. We're back. All right. We got
In the building, baby.
We in the building, man. How y'all feeling, fellas?
Come on now, top of it.
Yeah.
You know,
No complaints here, man.
Come on now.
Living the best life. Never had a better day.
Yes, I am here joined live right now before you with my man Guccini JD, aka Heart to Star JD, and my man the Kitty Cat, aka the Cat Man. Shout out to our man Neon Peacock, the Miles Peacock himself in the background. He's popping up here, man. And shout out to the Ear to the Streets and our man Spencer Guru. Not to mention our man Diamond Joe. Speaking of Diamond Joe, me and my old pal Diamond Joe and the rest of the playmakers, we definitely have the playmaker playoff leagues going. So we will be recapping and reviewing the first one that popped off last. We got I think we ought to slow draft that I think the draft order just got set. I just looked at the time right now, so we got another one popping off at
yeah. Let's check it.
Oh yeah, there you go. Let's see. Yeah, that draft is popping up 10 o'clock a.m. And then we got
the 4
week. I don't think is it 4? Yeah, 4. Yeah, I think it's 4. 4 is the slow draft one. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It has begun. Yes, Shao Kahn. Oh, my palm's itching. No, this is good.
I don't even know how to operate this bitch.
I'm trying to.
I am.
Oh yeah, to go from league to league, you got to go to on the bottom right. I think it is.
I'm just trying to find
no,
the.
that's
Oh,
draft.
there's the draft room. Okay, I found it. It's on the homepage.
There you go. Yeah, you see
I
all the
got
teams you
the
have.
5th pick. All right in the middle, kind of, I guess.
I just had the 5th pick last night. I liked my team. I mean, I think everyone should like their team, to be honest, after the draft. You know what I mean? Because a lot of great options. You know what I mean? We do the 7 teams, so there is still some waivers. And we rock this thing all the way down to Super Bowl. Everybody versus everybody, no heads up. It's all out battle royal.
Just set your best lineup.
Yep, no bitch.
Week to week. I got my own. You know what? Since it's where I wore, I ain't giving nobody no hints on how I do these things.
No, you shouldn't even say that. You just throw out advice like it's natural, but it's
give you the bad advice. Oh, by the way, you know what? Diversify.
All about all the underdogs. Draft all
Just get
players from underdog teams.
Just get players from every team. That's the best way to do it.
It's not a bad way, but yeah, like I have later on you'll see I have McConkey and Stroud, and I'm like, all right, well, only one of them's gonna make it, but at least one of them will for sure, right? You know what I mean? Because that's the other thing, get stacked up too much on one team, and if they die, you're like, oh, well, there goes that.
Yep, and there's always waivers. You know, those special teams players are out there too to be picked up in the event of the eliminated squads. Everybody's got to scour the waiver wires for the special teamers and the Uber backups, like third string running backs, and all those guys end up giving you like maybe 1 or 2 carries, but when it's crunch time, those very minor points that you get out of the guys that only get 2 carries, man, they go a long way.
And
sometimes.
say you're like 2 points, but the Super Bowl's done. You're 2 points. I mean, the Super Bowl's about to be done. You're 2 points behind, but you have a player on the winning team. You get 3 points for that player being on that winning team. You know what I mean? And this goes for every one of your players in your lineup. If they're on a winning team, they add you an additional. Is it 2 or 3? I forget, but I know it's one or the other. Because you get 1 for that player just even like being on the team. You know what I mean? So you definitely fill your lineups up no matter what, even if like the guy is like a special teamer, like you said. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It'll get down to the gritty like that. You know what I mean? So the draft, this is definitely one where the draft is about 70% of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Indeed.
Yeah, maybe 75.
We got Bakes in the building. We got Den in the building. We got Albert in the building. We got King D in the building. Den said he got the number 1 pick. You want to trade, Kidder?
Hell no, keep that shit away.
I want to trade. I want it.
I said he got the 3rd.
Who? Oh, Bakes got 3rd?
Yep.
Oh, that's a nice spot there.
Yeah.
Want to trade? Oh, that means so if there's a 1st, 3rd, and 5th, that means
you're 4th. Yeah.
All right. I was gonna say I'm either 2nd, 4, or 7. All right.
You're 4th. Yeah.
Cool.
I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure Dennis would trade the 1st for the 4th.
Read the order out, big bro.
Okay, so we got Dennis, we got our man Mike Joseph, Silky Johnson, and then we got Bakes, we got Bogey, me, we got Diamond Joe, and then King D. Shout out to King D for joining in a bunch of these.
Oh, King D.
I like the bookends a lot.
Around.
Yeah, he got the quick double up right out the gate.
Hey, Den said he'll trade you, big bro.
Nah, I kind of like 4. Now that I know I got 4. I mean, it's like if you're at 1, there's plenty of ways you could approach it. You know what I mean? I mean, where this is.
I know where I would go, but
the only 2 QBs that aren't on the board are Mahomes and Goffel, and You know what I mean? We're actually getting guys like Lamar, guys like the Stallion in the first round and potentially beyond. So those are usually where I'm probably be looking in that if I'm one or two. You know what I mean?
That's how I did it with the shit that happened last night.
Yeah, and the only reason Spencer was the first pick overall in that one. You know, let's get to. Should we get to that one?
Third. Was I third or second?
You were second.
Second. Oh my mama.
Remember Spencer? His clock was going, and then it was because he was thinking. You know what I mean? Between the two. You know what I mean? Oh, we got a caller.
First time caller, long time listener. Calling New Mexico.
Right. What's up? Great show. You know what's funny? I gave Tino the number, right? Because when we were Tino's one of the first ones like, hey, you guys should do like a thing where you can call in. And I remember he sent me something, and then you were like, oh, I already got something like that, bro. We could do that.
Oh my
and
mom.
I gave Tino the number. I'm like, Tino calling. He was like, all right. He hasn't called yet, but he definitely would have been calling and doing different voices. Like I already know Tino. The moment we start getting a flurry of calls, it might just be all Tino.
Coming from different area codes. Wow.
That'd be funny though.
Call app. No, they got that calling app to where you can it's like a little automated number or some shit like that. You ain't got to give out your real number.
Yeah, see, that's what the woo wop that he has sent me. Gemmo sent me something too, that because StreamYard has like some interface now, and like it has all kind of shit that you could set up a number for it. You could, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I think I heard about that.
Yeah, he sent me the link to it. I'll shoot it in the group. He was like, you guys, because when he called in, he was like, that was awesome, man. What are you guys using? And I'm like, JD got it set up. You know what I mean?
Oh my mama.
Yeah, that was legit. It's super legit though, like because it sounds like some radio shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's what I was worried about was the quality because I
sounds super good.
Done that shit before. Oh my mama, that was my first.
Dennis, call right now, Dennis, if you're on. Wait, Dennis, you call the line right now. Call the radio row, and let us know how you feel about this first song. We want to know what you're gonna do right now.
Here it is. There, let me hook it up.
We got 30 minutes till the start of that draft.
Oh shit!
So he will be making a pick.
Yeah, I'm actually. What's it called? I'm hotspotting from my phone right now too because my internet is still down. They said it should be handled by like 10:30 today. I'm like, okay, because they kept pushing it back. My shit just shut down all the way last night. That shit was a bitch.
Hey, they gonna give you a discount on your bill because you got Comcast, huh?
Yeah, I do.
They should give you a discount on your bill for that because it's been a day. It's been almost a day.
It's been since last night.
Oh, last night.
Yeah, and it might have came back a few times because like remember it cut off on me.
You run a podcast. No, you got to tell them that you run a podcast, man.
That's what I'm saying. It cut me off on the pod. Then like it cuts back on. So I jump back on. Then it cut off and it was just gone. And then I got a fucking a notification saying, "Woo wop, this, that, and the third."
Me, you, and Dre. The conversation was getting too real. That's why they cut that shit off.
You ain't lying.
Oh my mama, they didn't want us to know that shit.
We was on. Yeah, Slim is gonna Slim one day is gonna unearth some shit. Watch, he's gonna be like, "Yo."
100%. Slim know how to go find the information.
Yeah, you ain't lying.
It's facts.
Yeah, he was dope by Slim too.
Yeah, man, Vision, man. From a fan's perspective, episode 8 coming soon, man.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Slim.
100%.
Be sure to go sub up to Boogie Vision.
100%.
Not to be confused with Bogeyism. You know what I'm saying?
Come on now.
Shout out to Boogie Vision.
Let's go.
Yeah, so how you feeling about your draft last night, JD?
I had one auto pick, and I don't know if I kicked off the IDT run too early with that pick.
No, but it kind of started a little mini run there.
I like the
Zach Bond's a bad motherfucker. Like I was kind of mad when you took the pick there because it wasn't a bad pick, but also when we had paused it, I thought you were gonna remove the pick, and you're like, nah, it's good. And I'm like, okay, because that is a good pick, though. You know what I mean?
100%. I just don't know with the situation with a quarterback if they're gonna have to run within one of them backups because I don't think Brad cleared concussion protocol yet.
You still in the protocol?
I think so. I'm not 100% sure on that. I haven't heard if he got cleared yet. But you know what I mean? Other than that, only other motherfucker I'm really worried about is fucking Henley because I think the last time we was checking on Henley, he had a big dud. And I need Henley to come through for sure. I need him.
That was like week 17, though.
Yeah, that was in the fantasy championship.
Yeah, absolute zero.
And then I was getting kind of worried during the draft because I had to end up refreshing my shit when it was getting to the last picks. And I noticed that we had to get a team defense and it wasn't showing no team defense for me to draft. I'm like, oh, fuck, what the fuck is going on? So my dumb ass went and left the draft and came back in. And it ended up showing all the team defenses. I kind of
that's the thing with this app. It has to be like when you're in the fast draft, you have to constantly refresh. So
I was on the I was on the fucking Safari.
You're on the browser thing
on everything. But when I was fucking around on the app store, it showed that it had the app, and my dumb ass already had the app downloaded on everything.
Yeah,
so I'm playing with
refresh it when you got an iPhone. Because it's already downloaded it before, it'll bring it back. You know what I mean?
Yeah, 100%.
Because I did the same thing happened to me. I was like, oh, you're making another account. I was like, wait a second, let me just join the league real quick, and it should just bring back my shit.
No, them is facts, bro. And then I got my little my pack, my Zay Flowers Lamar Jackson pack. You know what I mean? So
yeah, that's a nice pack.
I love for them.
You got good value on the Flowers too.
I think they go. They beat Pittsburgh 100%. So hopefully Lamar. They move on 100%, and then my the fucking
that'll be the upset of all upsets if if it doesn't happen.
Yeah,
like,
you're right. Lying.
Yeah, like I think that's one of the ones we could just pencil them in. You know what I mean? I know any given Sunday, but man, even if they just they have something up their sleeve and they're like, if Fields is starting, and then they'll adjust to Fields real quick.
Facts, and I'm a little worried about the Minnesota Rams matchup. 100%, bro. Even though I don't got no Minnesota Vikings players on my team,
don't say that. I got too many.
Vikings over there.
Yeah, I don't know what happened there, bro.
I don't know if the Rams is the Rams gonna do anything with these boys this week because the Vikings is gonna be real mad, bro, on how they lost, bro.
I mean, the Vikings, they're coming off their own little bye week here, right? Because they definitely didn't have to play any of their starters, so they didn't. So they're coming off fresh. Here's what I think the Vikings got going is that they got their ass beat by the Rams earlier this year. You know what I mean? Like that was one of the. I think Darnold has like 3 or 4 bad games. That was one of them. But then on the flip side, what the Vikings got to worry about is young Jared Versace and Versace and goddamn and B Young on the other side. Because man, you get pressure on Darnold, then that's where it starts to unravel. So if this offensive line I think that's the matchup. I know it sounds cliche, but this one's definitely one in the trenches because both these teams, it's all timing routes. It's all, you know what I mean? If you get them off their game. Stafford's a statue back there too. So I think the same goes for Stafford when you're talking about Van Ginkel and company. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Grenard and Van Ginkel are going to be the game wreckers for the Rams. I don't know how many points.
You got my man Ivan Bass is back. See, this is where I'm fucked because I totally faded on accident, so to speak, the Vikings, and I ended up with Ivan Pace, Ivan Pace.
Yeah, well, he's got a little bit of freshness to him. He's got
you got a pick last week.
Yeah, he came off the injury and he looked healthy, so that's not a concern. I think he's over the injury, and
someone took the cash man too, so.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
I probably would have ended up with both of them if that was the case. I would have definitely still been on pace if I had been able to get the cash man.
Yeah. Defense is easy to fill in the gaps. I'm not really concerned with the defense. What I want to focus in on these drafts are your positional players.
Don't believe him.
Because when it comes to the defense, they're easier to pick up on the waivers. When a team gets eliminated, you can go out and you get the defensive line.
Yeah, like you probably don't want to be holding it.
back.
I probably wouldn't be holding any defensive players that are on a bye week because then it's like, kind of unnecessary.
The one team that concerns me the most is probably Dennis's team because he is absolutely hasn't paired any of his players other than the Mike Evans Baker Mayfield stack. Everybody else is
an awesome stack.
Squad. So when teams start to get eliminated, he's gonna have to do some scrambling.
And it
You
is
know,
in reverse.
I guess the silver lining is that having diversity in the playoff league, you'll have one maybe two guys that having. But
oh, you was doing that ventriloquist thing again. Where you
I don't know how that happens. I don't know.
No, don't worry. So you're a ventriloquist.
My bad.
No, it's not your bad. This is awesome. It's part of the show.
But
Scientist and a ventriloquist.
That's where I find the playoff leagues being the team that wins. They pick the teams that advance, that play the most games, and because this is it's not a matchup base. It's not a normal setup. So it's only points scored. So if your players advance week after week after week, and you're putting up starters are putting up points for you, that's how you win these joints. It doesn't even matter what the rest of the league does, as long as your team is chock full of people that are playing. Then that's where the production comes from. I like Diamond Joe, my arch nemesis. No, I'm just kidding.
No, this is true. This is true.
I like how he because I also think that the Chiefs are one of the more likely teams to get into the Super Bowl. I know they got that first week bye, but after that, what do we expect?
I was fucking hot every time this fool took a Chief because
I know. I'm sure that. I'm sure
to stack them all up.
I'm sure that's how it is in these drafts. Is that okay? Let's see if we get the Chiefs, the NFC teams. It's a toss up between if Jalen Hurts is healthy. I think the Eagles might be the favorite. But that last game, the Lions really showed up and played a really good Minnesota Vikings and pretty much mollywopped them. That really gave the Lions squad a big up in confidence, probably for the clubhouse and in these drafts. Is that if you can double up and triple up on some Lions. That's probably not a bad maneuver either. Even though you missed that first week, it doesn't matter. You're advancing all the way through the Super Bowl, so you have to imagine that the teams that do advance past the first round, it's not guaranteed that they're going to pass the second round. So they will give you 2 games, and if the Lions, whoever they face in that divisional matchup, they're probably going to be a heavy favorite. Whether it be the Rams, Buccaneers, Packers. I don't think the Packers are going to beat the Eagles, but yeah, I mean, that's kind of how you got to look at it. How many starters can I get playing 3 times at minimum? You know what I mean? Because you got 4 games. You got the wild card. You got the divisional. You got the conference championships, and you got the Super Bowl. So there's 4 weeks, and you want your players to at least be involved in 3 of those 4 weeks in order to have the upside on points for the playoffs.
What team playing wild card weekend can get to the Super Bowl?
I like the Ravens. I like the Ravens.
Minnesota?
And
Buffalo?
Buffalo's a good one, yeah, and Minnesota, and then they're going up against I don't know why, but I want to say that the Buccaneers and the Rams have a pretty damn good chance of getting to that championship game to face the Lions. Depending on how all the reseeding works, whoever advances, I do like Baker Mayfield um, having. I think Baker Mayfield might be hungrier than any of the other fucking quarterbacks in this goddamn playoff. Uh, uh, he's got the right attitude, and then the cool thing about the Buccaneers is that they're kind of old, and a lot of these guys they've been there, done that. They know what a Super Bowl tastes like, and
It's
and
3 years
and
ago.
once you get a taste of it, they're like, whoo, and that's why I put the Rams in the same conversation. A lot of these guys they know what it tastes like, so they want it more than the guys that don't even have a taste. You know what I mean? Because once you got one, you want more. So I feel like the Rams and the Buccaneers are kind of a dark horse to get to that conference championship and hopefully face the Lions because I want to see the Lions make it far. And they got a lot of good quality fantasy players. I've been a big proponent of Lions players in fantasy football. That was my number one team. Texans were my number two, and then I had the Rams as a three, and all three of those teams made it to the playoffs coincidentally. So, but in the fantasy world, there's a lot to like about that Lions team. Even though they got that first week bye, I think teams that like Diamond Joe going for the golf, Amon Rostak, he did a solid on his full potential. You know, it might not get going right out the gate, but believe me, I think the Lions are gonna be going past that second round. So I don't hate the stack right there at all. That's a pretty good stack.
Albert got a good one. He said it's going to be the Bills and the Ravens in the divisional round. That's crazy. That's a heavyweight fight right there.
Yeah,
Bro.
that would be a damn good divisional round. And then
I
having
made some
those
picks
two
this
teams,
morning, and
yep, having those two teams face the Chiefs. One of those two teams facing the Chiefs in the championship round, yeah, we're talking big time. This is all of these teams I think deserve to be there. That's the cool thing about this year is that I don't see one team that squeaked in and was like, oh man, what are they doing in there? All of these teams are good because that's what I would have felt like if the Falcons got in there over the Bucks for some reason. I'd been like, the Falcons don't belong there. But since the Bucks got there, I think this whole setup is solid, and I'm not mad at it one bit. Pittsburgh Steelers, they're reeling. They haven't won a game, and it feels like forever. But they did so good in the beginning that we already knew that once they got the 10 wins, and they got the 10 wins really easily, that was like, okay, this is a playoff team. You know, any team can catch fire at any moment. So do I expect the Steelers to beat their opponent? No, but I'm not mad to see them in there. Would I have rather seen the Bengals? Maybe. I think the Bengals would have been a more interesting team, but it is how it is.
Joe Burrow over a lot of QBs just because I was like I would just bank on Joe Burrow.
Yeah, I guess that's the one team that I'm kind of wishing that didn't make it, and then having the Bengals being it over the Steelers would have made this a really good playoff season.
Yeah, I mean, and then I will say, I don't think that game's going to be terrible. The Buffalo Broncos game, but
the Broncos, yeah,
the Buffalo versus Broncos, Buffalo versus Denver. Like
yeah,
I don't think that's going to be a terrible game by any means because you obviously were, but it's like what's crazy is like the way that the Broncos the way they try to best people on defense is taking away their best receiver. But it's like, who is that, right? Is Amari Cooper just going to be a sacrificial lamb? Just throw him to Surtain all day and then everyone else eats? Because that's kind of what's been happening to the and I've been saying this all year when it comes to the Broncos. Those secondary options that play, secondary receiving options eat on them. If you look down all the way to week 1 until week 18, everybody's been doing it. You know what I mean? So I'm wondering, like, who is it going to be? And so I was kind of mad when the Keon Coleman got picked by Dennis. I was high. I was like, fuck, because I wanted a piece of Buffalo and that value. Keon Coleman was going to be my target. You know what I mean? I mean, I guess there's still maybe a Kincaid that could have been interesting, but
I think Spencer taking James Cook was probably the most wise thing to do for your build. For
he had the stallion.
If you believe that the Bills are going to make it to the AFC Championship, then having James Cook would probably be the most valuable player on that squad. Everybody else is a toss-up. It's always been a toss-up.
Yeah,
been a toss-up all year, and it's probably going to be a toss-up next year, unless they make a trade and get somebody.
Or they bring in Higgins.
Higgins is only good for 10 games a year. So even the fantasy prospects of having a guy for 9 or 10 games a season isn't really where I'm at. I always.
If I can guarantee I get him the second to the.
It doesn't matter what
last 10
gets paid or where he lands. I'm automatically fading him and not really focusing on acquiring that guy and putting him on.
So if you draft him somehow, you will definitely trade him to me.
I would, yeah, absolutely.
Okay, duly noted. You're not going to draft him anywhere, though. Just saying.
Yeah, he's going to get drafted. He finished the season healthy, so people are going to remember that, and they're going to take him earlier than where I would take him for sure.
Dan Campbell told KOC at the end of the game, "See you in 2 weeks." Ear to the street. Buffalo and Detroit is his Super Bowl.
Dang. You know, I don't want to just give it to the Vikings. I think the Rams could be a dark horse and mollywop them. Like if Stafford comes back to life for weeks, he's been dead. But
Stafford comes back to life.
but
did anybody hear it like that? It's like he sounded like Dracula right there.
But if Stafford does find lightning in the bottle, then there's no reason that the Rams can't beat the Vikings. They got a lot of playmakers, and the defense is
Rams
terrible.
can beat Vikings.
Yeah,
they did already this year. Now I know it's playoffs, and it's like master versus student, and now will the student become the master? You know what I mean? You got the Sean McVay versus O'Connell. You know what I mean? These are probably two of the better okay, let's order the defenses right on the NFC. I'd say the Vikings. I'd say they have the best defense that remains.
Philly's up there for sure.
Oh no, yeah, Philly. Okay, I'd say Philly slight edge. I forgot their secondary is way better. So I'll go Philly, Vikings, Rams in that order. So I'm going to say the Rams, they got one of the best.
Yeah, but if Detroit defense played the way they played on Sunday night, Monday night, whatever day we watched that fucking game, today's Monday, Tuesday. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm burnt. But yeah, the way that they shut them dudes down, bro, and made them play outside their game, you know what I mean? Detroit did their motherfucking thing on Sunday night, bro. And you know, for us, you know, just seeing what they just did and they get this week off, yeah, the motherfuckers is up there too, bro. 100%.
For a hot minute, Green Bay was up there too for a long time. Green Bay was an actual fucking really good defense. Yeah. Motherfucker, Xavier, fucking, he's good. Yeah. Did he finish the season with the most interceptions?
He's tied, and guess who was tied with him? The other safety in this division rival, fucking Joseph Kirby.
Oh yeah,
them motherfuckers was just taking it from everybody all year.
Yeah, won me a Nice Guys dynasty off of Mr. Kirby's back.
Talk about it.
Oh,
Yeah,
well,
shit. He had 2 picks, huh? Did
He
one
had 2
go for a
picks in the
pick?
championship week. Yeah.
And one was
Took
a
it away.
pick 6?
No, I think they were just 2 regular picks.
Okay. Still though, in our format, that goes crazy.
Yeah, and I had Goff, and I had a bunch of Lions in that week.
I lost by less than a point to Bakes. It would have
Bakes said,
been
Bakes
you beating me.
talking about Bakes. Bakes said defense wins games. I feel the teams with the best defenses will be playing in the Super Bowl. He got the Eagles versus Bills or Ravens.
So you got the Eagles in.
I'm
So
mad at
if you're gonna believe the colors, then it would be Eagles and the Chiefs. Remember the colors on that little logo?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Are they doing it again? They got green on there.
They got green on there.
Because no one believes that's for the Packers.
Nah, I wouldn't believe so. Although it is more of a Packers green than a Philly green.
It's like a lime green.
Kelly green?
Yeah, it's kind of like a neon green. Yeah.
I got y'all. Don't worry.
You see, and the Seahawks are definitely not in it. So that thing is full of shit, man.
The Seahawks, well, they got the
kind of
eyeball.
like a neon fucking.
They got the green eye, you know.
Yeah, see.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they're blue with the neon fucking.
Yeah, they got the eyeball of the bird is green. Yeah, see that? That to me is
neon.
Yeah, it's a neon green, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They have some darker greens in here, like in the kind of. Again,
Okay.
maybe it just looks darker.
See, Peacock could point out like fucking 1,300 different colors. We know like the primaries. You know what I mean?
To me, it looks like the Chiefs are winning because there's a lot of red in there.
Oh, my It was facts.
If you squint your eyes, you'll see Taylor Swift in that image.
Oh gosh.
Facts.
Maybe I see some swirls next to each other. Is that the boobies?
If the Chiefs,
Then it's not her.
That's true.
Happen to win it, does anybody walk off into the sunset on that 3-peat?
Yeah, Kelsey.
Kelsey walks off into the sunset.
We need him to not win.
What about
I think Kelsey walks whether or not he wins the Super Bowl. But if he doesn't get to the Super Bowl, then maybe he's hungry and he wants to get
Taylor
to
Swift,
another one. But
me.
yeah, I totally see Kelsey's having their own show, making a lot of money, and then being
doing propose, man, like Macho Man.
the Kelsey thing is a real thing. They're gonna have a show together. I think
I mean, when you're getting offered like $50 million each, I'm sure
everything is lined up perfectly. If Kelsey gets to the Super Bowl, win or lose, I think he's done. There's a higher chance that he stays if he doesn't get to the dance, because I mean you kind of feel like if you're on the Chiefs, if you don't make it to the Super Bowl, that you're not really you didn't do what you needed to do that season.
I hate them. Sorry.
What's
Memories of them beating us.
Yeah.
Multiple Super Bowls in the last 5 years. You know what? I guess like the weak pathetic me would say, well, we helped them build that dynasty. You know, we're just on the losing side. See, that's whack.
Ear to the Street said that Higgins is staying in Cincinnati. Trust me.
For sure, because nobody want to pay him that like that, and where he's at is more better. For him and Burrow, I would imagine that they got a nice relationship too, because they were drafted the same class. You know what I mean? You know, he always talked about how Higgins was there for him during his recovery, because you remember he tore that ACL, and then you know what I mean. And then obviously they would be kicking it in recovery all the time, you know, because Higgins, right? You know what I mean? It's like,
come on now.
You going to recovery today?
Dan said, "What about Tyreek? Where Tyreek going?"
Nowhere, unless it's a trade. The Chargers one, that one actually sounds realistic, because I could see them being like, "Yo, we need an arm up right now." as much as possible to go to war with Patrick Mahomes in that division. And what better way than to get like, and see, the only times you get these established weapons like that is when they're in their twilight years. Like, no one would have ever imagined that we would see Devontae Adams anywhere else than Green Bay. But then when we saw him with the Raiders, and then he knew it was possible that he can go elsewhere again, and he did.
I'd like to see Tyreek go to Buffalo.
Ooh.
That'd be nasty.
Josh Allen got the gigantic arm.
Boom shakalaka!
Do you think he's trying to make a comeback into Kansas City?
I can see that too, but then they already have Xavier Worthy, and it
Got a lot of
to
pieces.
be they cut Tyreek Hill in a shocking turn of events. You know what I mean? Because they're not going to trade for him back with that contract.
Yeah.
In a shocking turn of events.
Dan said the Rams have a great team. Lee said the Rams are a dark horse, depends on what Stafford you get. And he grabbed Kirby for the playoff team. We got Johnny Mittens in the building.
What up, Johnny?
Yo, what up? Got 3 playoff shows going. One team, Josh Allen Jacobs. Team 2, Daniels, Kyron, Kelsey. Team 3, Daniels, JJ, and Aaron Jones.
Okay.
Well.
Sounds like he's in some slow drafts going.
Yeah.
Yeah, sounds like he has some guys that I drafted in this. A lot of Daniels, some Aaron Jones.
It's too bad he didn't join ours, man.
We still got some room to start one more.
First of all, they ain't 14 teamers, they're 7 teamers, so they're actual real we got a better chance of building a squad that's gonna do something in the Super Bowl. It's
the
and
other ones are 14 this year.
yeah,
Wow.
all of them are or 12 maybe they're 12.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just too many. Like
For the player pool, yeah. For sure.
yeah, I don't.
But also, we like super flex as much as possible, right? You know what I mean?
Well, they're all. There shouldn't be a quarterback spot, in my opinion. It should just be super flex, because when your quarterback gets eliminated, you don't want to just have that disadvantage. Like, what if you do decide to be like, if it's a one quarterback, and just push it, and then build up a squad full of nice flex spots, and then put a positional disadvantage on the quarterback, and then just be like, well, whatever quarterback I have. It doesn't really affect the build of my squad. That's an option that I like to give. Managers.
A successful would pause.
Yeah. When you got 12 teams and 14 playoff format, it's like, I don't know. You really have to hit on the quarterback. Whoever picks a quarterback that's making it to the Super Bowl is likely going to be the one that wins this bitch.
Yeah. I mean, I've seen it to where, listen, I've had Patrick Mahomes several times in these leagues, even going back to 2018 when, you know what I mean, and I had him to the AFC title game. And, you know what I mean? Like, shit, I've even lost with him in the title game. What was that? The Niners year, the way he beat the Niners. Because the motherfuckers that had Damian Williams and Travis Kelce and, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Kittle and, you know what I mean? It was like, okay, this guy just – and it was Steamboat, of course. Fuck you, Steamboat. I don't ever forget.
Yeah. I have a strategy. By the way, it's 10 o'clock, so we starting that league.
Nice.
It is. Started off with Lamar. Okay, here we go. Lamar off the board.
Is his box lit up? Pause. Okay, I'll shoot him a text.
I'm not in it.
Yeah, I'll go check him out. And this one has begun.
Is there a there's an icon when the players are in there? Oh yeah, I see it. It's like a green box.
The box will be lit green.
Okay.
Yeah, because I'm not in there right now.
Yeah, Mike Joseph is he the one that wanted it to be a slow draft?
No, it was actually he was one of them, but he didn't matter. It was for Mike Joseph. Ultimately, he was down with either or, But I asked him, because he said he was down with either, or I put him in this one. But also he works during this time, so it worked out for him. You know what I mean? And then but Bakes, same thing with Bakes. Like Bakes is definitely hella busy during this time, so the slow draft definitely works out for him.
Okay.
Yeah, and then everybody else was just like with it. If it was up to me, it probably would have been all slow drafts where they were just already launched. Then you could just let it go. But I do like the thrill of the draft. You know what I mean? The fast drafts.
We should have had the number 2 going right now too. Up on the screen.
Yep. Maybe I can go ahead and I'll go holler at everybody. We can have that one fired up today too. It's just making sure everybody is aware. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
People,
we don't have much time. It's only
yeah, but that's why most of them were
Thursday, Friday.
Most of them were fast drafts. Yeah. Even the slow draft shouldn't take no more than like 2 or 3 days. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but fuck the slow drafts and bullshits are boring.
What? And the reason I made this one a slow draft too, just in case, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Because you work graveyard type of shit. So.
Yeah. Oh shit! I'll wake up in the middle of my sleep to do a fast draft. No problem.
I know you would, but just for in case. So you're not awake, annoyed, like, yo, hurry this motherfucker up. You're like, all right, I'm going to sleep now.
King D says that he's a Rams fan and he doesn't think that they'll beat the Vikings, especially the way that the offense has been playing the last 3 or 4 games.
That is true. Like lately, the fucking Rams offense hasn't done shit.
There's been no involvement from Cooper Kupp whatsoever, like for a month.
You want to know something that the Vikings are?
It's been Puka and nobody else on that squad. I mean, like even Kyron has been like barely playable.
The Vikings are susceptible. They're susceptible to the tight end and the slot receivers. That's how people have been attacking the Vikings. So if ever there's a game for Cooper Kupp, bro, you know what I mean? Like to finally show up he was absent the whole fantasy playoffs. That's crazy. Like shout out to Peacock, you won a chip in spite of Cooper Kupp.
Yeah, but Cooper Kupp.
I did not even target him at all. I was like, I targeted Puka for sure. Yeah, so my draft in that one, I liked it. It's Bogart shit. Right out the gate, Gibbs, then Mahomes. So I'm like, okay, guys are on a bye week. Then I was able to go AJ, Puka, then the lad. And then I was like, fuck it, I'm on the lad, McMillan. And then I was like feeling pretty good right there. I was like, okay, at least I have like a chance to have some firepower for the first week. And hopefully
are you letting Diamond Joe build these leagues?
Yeah, so the ones that haven't drafted yet, I've been going through them with a fine-tooth comb because when we copy them over, it doesn't copy everything over exactly. So we've been the ones I've been noticing, I've been going back having Steamboat Joe uniform them all. You know what I mean?
I'm just surprised that Baker Mayfield has more fantasy points than Josh Allen and Jared Goff.
This is how our scoring format's always been. So, you know what I mean? It is whatever it is, it's been like that. But yeah.
Who's the originator? Do you need an update?
So what's his name? Now I realized I had like some spit on my mustache or something. What's that man's name? Oh, Steamboat. He 2018, it was totally different when I came around. It was still super flex, but it was totally different. And then like every year we kept tweaking it, and this has pretty much been what it was for the last, it's like 2020. Yeah.
Shit, I've been doing IDP Superflex League since 2008. You ever need some fantasy points and some suggestions, just give me a ring, dude.
Yeah, hell yeah. I mean, see, that's another thing too, is like when we launched these dynasties, I like this format that we got, but I was also thinking like, okay, should we play with the idea of doing different formatted stuff for dynasty? Redraft is easy to do that because then if you don't like something, you just chuck it the next year. You know what I mean? But like, cause like I will almost never do single QB dynasty anymore. I have one and I like that team because it's very I got one right for that fighting style. I don't really want too many of them. I should say, you know what I mean?
Damn. Well, I just hit the fucking thing. It looks like what is that? Oh no, okay, projections. That's what it is. I'm all like, damn, Dennis already got 29 points, but that's the projections. They already threw the projections in there
That's how they do it.
for each pick. I was like, oh shit, it's a live like already like throwing it up into the home screen, like what your projected points are going to be for the season. That's pretty cool. Saquon Barkley, number 2. That's such a good pick. Silky Johnson getting the Saquon.
That was what I was gonna try to. I was gonna try to approach this the same way I just did, but instead of Gibbs, I was gonna try to target Saquon this time.
Yeah, Saquon Barkley is gonna. If the Eagles are going anywhere, man, I'm telling you, that fucker is gonna be the guy that carries the squad, like he's been doing all season. I don't think they get off of that run game.
Who's 3?
That's Bakes.
Okay, cool.
It's Bakes, you, then me.
No. Take your time, Biggs. I'm like, no. The whole plan got thrown off.
Come on, you don't need to think about it. Just grab it.
I already know.
You already know you're gonna take Gibbs if he's there.
What did Dennis do? He took the Stallion.
No Stallion. He went with Lamar, which I would agree with that evaluation. I think the Ravens have a better shot of playing more games than the Stallion.
Interesting.
Yeah, because they got a head-to-head matchup, and I think the Ravens win. Yeah.
Bakes is cool too, man. His day-to-day job is very interesting.
Impressive.
Yeah, I'm jealous.
He's a busy dude.
He got that brewery with the smoker and all that shit, dude. Eating and drinking all day, man. If I was his.
He's on fire.
He's on fire. Smoke it up.
Right. Another side up.
Johnny Mittens, you ain't no noob. No way. This is my only second year of IDP and third year of Dynasty.
It's real. He's been playing fantasy forever, but yeah, the IDP thing.
I feel like I've known him for a long time, so I guess he's just been listening.
Bro, he been man, in some of them leagues last year, I'd be like, this fool beat me to every hot linebacker to pick up, because that's like it's scarce pickups period in those dynasties. But like, yeah, bro, I'm like, damn, this motherfucker beat me to Strinad. Or be like, damn, he beat me to fucking whoever the fuck. Just every time there was someone like, or he outbid me, or even week 1, he outbid. Week 1, there was a crucial one, or going into week 2, Zach Bond. He was available in a lot of spots. He spent $60. I think I put like 37. But I was like, damn, I didn't think like Zach Bond was gonna be like that. $60 he spent was like super worth it. You know what I mean? Because Zach Bond was a 30-point motherfucker.
Yeah, he was a league leader. Well, I don't know if he got Zaire Franklin's number, but I know that him and IDP. Zaire were going up against each other for the leading tackles and IDP combined anyway, solos and assistants.
You ain't lying.
Which is kind of like how I gauge value. Like I'll start off with if I'm going elite IDPs, I'm going after the guys like Roquan and Zaire, Okereke. Those were the 3 guys that I was focusing. If I was going early IDP, I always felt like I could wait on IDP and still build a squad. Yeah. And then Terrell Bernard was a guy that I think I jumped up to try and get, but his value wasn't really there because he got hurt. Josh Allen goes to Bakes. It's you, Bogey. He got no high-end quarterback.
I already knew he was going to take the Stallion.
Just take Gibbs. Just take the Gibbs. You already know you want
I'm
to.
thinking about going the golfle here.
Oh shit, the golfer.
Thinking
Well,
about it.
I mean,
Thinking about it.
you know, I don't know. What are you gonna do? Are you gonna take all 4 hours?
I'm gonna smoke a little bit of this blunt.
Are you gonna take because Diamond Joe's in the building?
It's a slow draft for a reason.
And we got Diamond Joe in the building. You can make it go a little bit quick right now. And we got King D in the house, so we could
And you know
we
what?
could walk we could walk through the first two rounds if you go ahead and make a decision here in a minute or two.
Yep. I've got to go. I got a decision to make right now. I'll go make it.
Yeah. That's right. Think about it.
I might switch. I might totally switch gears. I might totally switch gears here.
It's all good, Bakes.
Yeah,
We're doing a slow draft. There's no big deal.
Nice pick, by the way.
Yeah, and honestly, he were only on the clock for like maybe a few minutes. It was nothing at all. We didn't wait. We didn't have to wait more than 5 minutes. I feel like.
Okay, I use the restroom, then I come back and I know my pick. And I need some water too. Oh my head. It's like a band-aid. You just rip it off. See, it's easier when you have a minute and a half. You're like, all right, fuck it, we're doing it. When I get time to think, I'm like, too much time. Think. God damn it.
Head nod, music.
Shit slap, boy. Oh my mama. Like, damn.
Yeah. You know, like there's a lot of like generational sounds in that last track. Like I could go back and then I could hear like the big ass, you know, the record players with the big ass fucking horn that sticks out, you know, like I kind of heard that. And then you got like the snare, fucking like that snare is definitely like 80s, 90s. And then what do they call them fucking things? Peacock, the big ass fucking horns on the record players. You know, just like it's a raw sounding like low
It's
bit
like a
rate.
phonograph.
Yeah, something like that, phonograph or something.
Yeah,
that it was. There was a lot of like I feel like he took that
gramophone.
track and
Later called it gramophone.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense because the Grammy looks like the motherfucker bitch, right?
Here you go. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. So listening to that track, it was like like it had like 50 years of 50 years of musics all into one track.
We got Nelson in the building. He said, "What up, guys? We won our league this past Sunday. Shout out to Nelson, man. He didn't won the big bride tag, and he didn't won his chip.
Yo,
Let's go.
He's on fire.
Facts.
never had a doubt. It was a no doubter.
Talk about it. How the draft looking so far?
So we got Bogey tapping in right now. He's gonna be thinking about his pick. I'm sure he'll either be popping in here real quick. Oh, he went with Jared Goff. That gives me the timer. What do I do? Do I go Gibbs or do or am I? I see. For me, there's two players. I'm either rocking with Jahmyr Gibbs or Patrick Mahomes.
That motherfucker Gibbs, that last time we seen his ass with the them putting the crown on him for getting the touchdown king, that shit was federal as fuck.
There's a new king.
That's right, big bruh.
The only thing that scares me about Gibbs is that not that it's a huge pivot, but David Montgomery's coming back in these playoffs.
Right.
Yeah.
Facts. And whatever player you pick, they not playing till next week. You know what I mean? So you got the luxury of one of the best players in the playoffs, 100%. That's what's so federal. Everything.
Yeah, because you really have to either take Jefferson if you want to go the long route. You could throw Jefferson in there as the other guy, or if you think that the Rams can actually beat the Vikings, then it would have Puka. But I'm just gonna go the best safest route that I think you could do is getting Patrick Mahomes locked and loaded.
You got somebody in for next week.
Got him.
Got him in for next week for sure.
Got to do it.
And I think it was Albert that said we might have the Ravens and the fucking Buffalo in the divisional round. So whatever team Kansas City play, it might be a layup. What they gonna play? The winner out of San Diego.
The Chargers, yeah. Hey, don't be giving them the gratification of having that city under their ain't no more. They ain't part of San Diego no more. That's history.
My bad.
That is history. I do it too. I've done it on stream a bunch of times. I always say San Diego.
Shout out to the 619, man.
Yeah.
That's it.
Because they ain't there is the only reason why I got this hat here. Because otherwise, me and Lee would be best friends. Be like, yeah, but no, they had to pack up and go to the enemy territory. I'm like, nah, I can't rock with it.
My bad. Had to whip something up for the baby. Yeah, I had to do it. I took the golfer one.
I went the with Mahomes.
Oh, Mahomes, nice.
Yeah,
you're trying to throw off. And I bet you, did Steamboat make his pick yet? Now he's thinking, huh?
He was bouncing in and out, but I haven't seen him come back in.
Usually this time he's making his way to work, so he might be going through that Pacheco pass right now. And he's probably just thinking, because now we left him with them options. You know what I'm saying? He's probably going to take the Gibbs here. I could see it. I can feel it. I hate him. Steamboat, if you're watching, I hate you. In fantasy. You got to leave the dramatic. Maybe I should have longer dramatic pause next time. Yeah, I was just like, you know what? Because I didn't want to have the same exact team already and then go. I kept telling myself, don't draft the same team. And then I was at the 5 spot and now I'm at the 4. So I'm like, okay, cool. We're starting off different. I didn't have it.
You can do it.
There it is. That's my cousin Rob, man. Rob Schneider. He's half Filipino.
Rob Schneider.
Boy.
You can do it.
You can do it.
You can do it.
There it is. You can do it. Okay, now shout out to producer P back there. But now, for no apparent reason, Stephen Flo, ladies and gentlemen.
It's only his second appearance, but Stephen Flo has already captured the attention of the world. What's next for that grunge-inspired super wrestler? Find out on Sunday, March 9th, when the Super Wrestlers return to the Concord Music Hall for Super Wrestlers
That's the best part.
Right.
Steven.
He's like, I'm doing this like Pearl Jam Eddie Vedder gimmick, right? So I need like the perfect entrance. I got it. Say less. And your name is Stephen Flo? Oh.
Oh, they don't even know the band's name. They just heard the song a million times in his life. He's like,
Probably, it's a good song.
yeah.
Our man Jimmo the Icon, he was quite the rock star in his day. Had a deal and everything. Their band was called Rock La Rue, and he was the front man. Rock La Rue. Yeah, and as of late, because once he met his old pal Bogard, and then we would always talk music, and I go, "Do you still have that old album?" He's like, "Oh yeah." He's like, "I got it on DAP even." I mean, this is how, the DAP tape is like, I was like, "Oh shit, you still got the DAP?" So I said, "Can you get it converted?" He's like, "I even got it on a CD." I said, "Word." I said, "What's the CD quality?" He's like, "The mastered version." I said, if you can upload that somehow, you can get you on all the digital platforms. He's like, "How?" I said, "DistroKid." Boom. Next thing you know, he sends me a link to the Rock La Rue.
That's federal.
Yeah. Right. I mean, it took us some time because he had to go and dig it up and do all, and then figure out how to upload it. And but same thing with Nelly. Nelly was a dope ass musician, but never recorded anything or never put out any recordings. I said, "Bro, you can overnight have your shit out there." You know what I mean? Like, yeah. But anyways, so I bring up Jimmo because he was very influenced by the not his sound wasn't influenced, but growing up, he's very influenced by the Seattle scene. And they would go up there and they had homies up there in Washington State. So they'd go up there, do shows and shit. And one of the homies, his grandma used to babysit Eddie Vedder. You know what I mean? So as a grown man and a megastar, Eddie Vedder would still go visit grandma. So and they know Jimmo is a huge fan. So one day they invite Jim when they're in town doing a show. They invite Jimmo. He goes in there, and on the kitchen table is Eddie Vedder sitting there. You know what I mean?
Oh, that would be amazing,
right? And then but Jimmo, it's funny. The story, of course, it's going to be the bogey version now when I add 10 on the 2. But he definitely was super high out of his mind. Jimmo was. So he was like, bro, it was just and he could tell, I'm super high. He's like, if I knew I was going to meet Eddie Vedder, I'd be like, get on my A game. You know what I mean? Gonna meet one of my heroes. And you know what I mean? You might be able to listen to my music. And you know what I mean? And you sit there blasted. You know what I mean? Oh shit, Eddie Vedder. You know what I mean? Yeah, shout out to the icon.
Shout out to the icon, bro. Lee said, JD, I'm sending you a Red Sox hat to rock. I got so many. The Yankees are terrible. Oh, everything.
The Yankees,
because I only rock 2 baseball hats. It's the SF Giants, because then what I'm saying, you got hella different colorways, whatnot. But then the same thing with the NYs. But also, I was an honorary member. I mean, shout out to the YNICs. You know what I mean? And then they used to rock the NYs all day. And I always just rocked the NY, period. See, and my New York hats, I got them from New York. You know what I mean? That was always my thing. I'm going to buy, when I'm in New York, I'm going to buy NY hats.
Yeah, I always thought that the Yankees hat was nice. It's got
it's a clean ass hat.
It's a clean hat. It's versatile. And who doesn't love New York? I mean, if if you're an American, you gotta love New York, man.
I got a red one with the white NY. That shit is badass with the white strap in the back for the thing.
Federal on everything.
I saw that in New York. I was like, buying it.
This is my first hat I bought in years. I bought this bitch for the draft because I had an outfit to go with the motherfucker. On my mama.
Nice.
Everything. I hadn't bought no hat in I don't know how many years, dog.
That's the only thing I really been buying. Hats and graphic tees in the last like 10 years.
Yeah, pretty much, right?
Yeah.
And golf clubs and golf balls and golf,
Like I just
golf that.
even like shoes. I was like, I just buy Vans and shit. So
I
it's
got
like,
golf everywhere.
wear them bitches out. I miss all my shoes. I miss being like the young bogey that was young and ignorant. I miss that version. Why? Because he was just flyer. You know what I mean? He just dressed stupid. Me and my coach.
So has Steamboat fucking made a pick yet?
I don't know. You hear the Jamaican horn, Steamboat?
Steamboat, man, he fucking dipped out. What is he thinking, man? He just did one of these, didn't he?
See, here's the thing. I'm pretty mad because I could have had more time to think. I don't even want Jared Goff anymore.
Why do you need to think?
I bet you he takes Baker.
No.
That was a legit no. That's your plan now. Okay, so now I know there's no chance for me.
AFC, NFC, goddamn matchup, and the Super Bowl. No, I'm just kidding.
I mean,
you can do whatever you want, you know.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking
He
that.
said no. It revealed part of your plan right there. You usually have no chinks in your armor. I seen it. He said, oh, you want Baker? I almost thought about Baker. I ain't gonna lie to you, but I was like, I'm thinking like, okay, I need him to at least get to the title game, but I don't see them as a Super Bowl team, even though I could make a case, right? It's like this team is one of those ones that has the pedigree with the coaching and the entirety of the majority of the team, I should say, was there not too long ago when they won it.
Yeah. Yeah, that defense has been there.
Mm-hmm. Levante, he starts giving them speeches. He doesn't really say much all year. He just goes to work. And then he says, hey! And everyone, oh shit, he speaks.
That's how I would.
He's like,
man, Levante.
This ain't no plan now.
Yeah. He's like the big dog. Like, I imagine Levante being like the big dog. And then there's an episode or something special about Baker Mayfield. I can't remember what it is. I think it's him doing the costume like Eli Manning did. So he poses as like a fan,
as like a starter, or like someone trying to.
And then I kid you not, so all the fans, they have to write to a player, and guess who Baker Mayfield wrote to?
Levante David.
Oh yeah, he said, "Mad props, blah blah. Respect you. You're one of the best underrated motherfuckers in the league." And that's a true story.
Hey, look at this. He goes, hey, in the locker room, everyone goes, "What?" He pulls out this little piece of paper, starts unfolding it. Right.
Well,
a letter from
he did.
11-year-old Baker Mayfield. I mean, Levante's been in the game for what, 14 years?
12.
So this might have been like a teenager Baker Mayfield then, right?
No, this was this year. So he was
this
posing.
year they wrote it.
This was him posing as a fan.
Oh, that's pretty badass.
So he puts on like I don't know if you remember, but Eli Manning had like this character where he was like a college guy, and then he would go out and do these like college tryouts. And I
remember Jared Goff used to. They had Jared Goff.
And Jared Goff did the same thing. Yeah, so it's the same
wig,
concept, but Baker got to do it last season.
They had him fake sleeved up or something like that.
Baker got to do it last season, and he did a really good job. Nobody was able to spot him out of the crowd.
He's kind of short too. You know what I mean?
Well, he's like 6'1", 6'2".
He's like 5'11".
No, I think he's 6'1". Maybe not 6'2". I think
he stands tall. He's the rooster.
He ain't no Drew Brees. Baker Mayfield's no Drew Brees. It's not like a
he might be like 6'1". I always thought he was a 6-footer.
Yeah, he's 6'1". Yeah, he's pretty solid too. He's built he's built
he's
like
like
a
this.
guy that's
He's built
supposed to
like
be in
this.
the NFL.
He's built like this, bro. Look at him. He's a
He-
rooster.
he's not a tiny guy, He's built to be in the NFL, and he's got the arm for it. He's got a great arm, and then he's not afraid to put it all on the line and do what it takes to win a game. Even when he was playing in Cleveland, really, like he was the first guy in Cleveland to really kind of like turn that organization around, and then they just couldn't do anything to support him. Obviously, right? Because look at what he's done the last 2 years.
Well, think about this. Baker Mayfield as a rookie, he had Hugh Jackson, right? I was gonna say Hugh Jackman. I was like, oh no, that's Wolverine. So he had Hugh Jackson, and then he had
I thought you were gonna say he had a huge ass. Pause.
right. Then he had Kitchens, the mob boss, Freddie Kitchens. Remember him? He was the OC. Yep. Then, and in that year, he tied the existing rookie record for passing tugs. It was at 28. So he was tied with Manning and Wilson. You know what I'm saying? And like in that season, they fire Jackson, and then Baker vouches for Freddie Kitchens. He comes back the next year as the head coach. That's an absolute disaster. Then they bring in Stefanski, and they go straight run first. You know what I mean? Because they were trying to build that type of team. Because they brought over Todd Haley. He was coming over from the Steelers. So they were trying to they drafted Nick Chubb, and they drafted fucking Myles Garrett, and they just happened, they're trying to build like this wannabe Steelers as much as possible. But then they bring him, and the Baker was supposed to be part of that plan, because Baker was supposed to be slinging it right out the gate. But when he got to Stefanski, they're like, nah, we're running this ball. You know what I mean? They were like, fuck that, running this ball. He got down there to Tampa. They're letting him sling it, bro. Come on, man. Even coming out of college, bro, that was on his rap sheet. You know what I mean? That he can sling it. You know what I mean? So I'm not surprised by it.
No, Baker is by all means, everybody, let him fall to me. You keep letting him fall and slip in these things.
And then you're letting him build a master plan, because then he has an AFC and an NFC QB. I hate you.
That's what. Yeah. No.
You got Mahomes, then you would be able to secure an NFC QB.
Steamboat, I hope you're not listening to any of this stuff. By the way,
what he's doing, huh? That's why he's not in the room. Let's call him.
He ain't here. He
Steamboat.
He ain't even thinking about Baker. There's no way. He's thinking about Jahmyr Gibbs or Justin Jefferson.
Hold on. We're making a call. Fuck this. We're getting to the bottom of this. And more than likely, he might be just doing the hustle and bustle of the kids to school and all that whatnot.
Oh, wow. It's 10:35. That's crazy.
Well, the afternoon joints, too, for like kindergarten and whatnot.
Okay, yeah. He's got
I think his kid's in first grade now. His kid's in first grade now. There's no excuse. My son has the afternoon classes. That's why I know. But his son's old. I forgot. His son's like in second grade, actually. See, you know what? No excuses. No excuses. It's 10:30. We didn't even get through a round. Come on. What is this? What is this? A slow draft?
And he was in it. He was already in it. I think he's
Could be going through that Pacheco pass though.
He got Jalen Hurts. Here we go, King D. What's up, brother? Come on, let's jump in there and make a pick while our man Diamond Joe is hanging around. Let's go ahead and make these two picks. And King D, shout out to King D, man. He's been rocking with us for the last 10 weeks.
He's literally a driver for his job. He got a trucking business, so I know he's always around. You know what I'm saying? He's probably driving right now, probably thinking about his pick.
Yeah, he's probably thinking about it. I know what the thought I would. He went with Gibbs. That's the one I would have thought, and I probably would have went Gibbs here. And then there's two players that I would go right here. I'm not gonna.
Oh,
I'm
he
not
took,
gonna
Gibbs, he
help
took
him
Gibbs
out.
one?
He went Gibbs.
Nice. Gibbs fell. We all started securing QBs. I got scared. I ain't gonna lie, I got scared. When he took Saquon, it threw my whole plan off. I was thinking at 4, I was gonna have a solid shot at Saquon. Shout out to Silky Johnson.
Appreciate you,
I
King
have a
D
plan.
too. That was quick. He didn't hesitate. He came in and fucking made the pick
Shout
real
out to King
quick.
D. Who did he grab?
He's on top of it. He's still thinking about his second pick.
Oh,
but
yeah, no, let him do his thing. There's a slow draft for a reason. You know what I mean?
yeah, we're not ratching anybody, but we appreciate you coming in. And he did the Amon-Ra St. Brown. No, that was the one I wanted to pick.
Oh, that's gonna fuck up my
Man,
plan.
I can't believe it.
Here we go. He destroyed us. He destroyed us with that pick. Nice. Doubled up on the Lions.
Yeah.
I'm not
Yeah,
mad at
because
that.
I think
You
I said
see where your
earlier in the
allegiance is?
episode, I was like, see, I think the same squad strategy in the playoff league takes you to the promised land. Like that's how you kind of really solidify yourself a positional advantage, is having the teams that advance through the rounds. Those are the squads that you want to be building. Having a squad that's what do we call it? Diversified. If you have a diversified squad in the playoffs,
Diversify your bonds.
it probably isn't the bet. Like every other fantasy format, that's the way to do it. Except for the playoff league. Your playoff league, you got to kind of like anticipate one team making it through at least 3 games, and then that will get you a solid floor. Because I think we are going floor over ceiling, you know what I mean? So having one guy 1 week, that's not a good floor. That's pretty low. Because if you have the best fantasy player of a team, they could be like let's say Justin Jefferson, right? Justin Jefferson could be the highest fantasy producing fucking player week 1.
Stop saying names.
I'm just saying, but if they get eliminated,
I'm a whole plan here.
But if he gets eliminated,
fuck him.
It's only good for that 1 week.
But as long as we squeeze the juices, okay. Look at this.
Oh,
last year.
Let's go. Got Mahomes and Mayfield.
Oh, you motherfucker.
I got my quarterback week 1. Let's go.
Oh. Who did he take?
He went Derrick Henry.
That son of a bitch. He got his running back.
So Steamboat is going week 1 heavy. He's going to Jalen Hurts, Derrick Henry.
Yeah, it's a different approach.
Yeah.
A little upset here.
So I got a little balance. I think if the Buccaneers advance to week 2, I'm looking okay. I plan on balancing out the rest of the roster fairly strong. But I got the 2 quarterbacks at least.
I might rip off the bandit here. It's gonna sound ugly. It's gonna sound ugly. I think I know what I'm gonna have to do here. It's really fucking annoying what I might do here. I don't have to do this, but I think I might do this. It's really ugly. You want to guess?
You want me to guess?
Don't guess.
Okay.
Just guess in your mind. Because
you're gonna go Justin Herbert.
Oh, why you? Oh my gosh, we're gonna do this. Oh no. I'm gonna be the reason The Texans advance the moment I draft Justin Herbert. I swear to God. Well, because see, here's the thing. Once you start talking that Baker shit, because I was willing to NFC it up if Baker somehow fell.
Yeah.
I think I might take Justin Herbert right here, though. The reason I'm thinking is because now I got the other side, the AFC side.
That's right. Yeah, because you wanna anticipate like what is it gonna be? If I can get 2 quarterbacks in that Super Bowl, fucking.
Or if I can at least get like
And
I know I'm gonna have off next week already. So at least if I can get Herbert there somehow, some way. Okay. I don't want anyone to see me do this.
So my thinking was red is inside of that logo so heavy. So if the Chiefs don't make it, then it's gotta be the Buccaneers.
Who's green on the other side then?
I'm just looking at the logo colors. That's the conspiracy, right?
Yeah, last year was red and purple, and it was.
I'm playing Mulder this time. I'm not playing Scully. I'm playing Mulder right now. I'm thinking about the conspiracies.
Right? The truth is out there. He never actually says that, but it's on the poster.
Actually, I'm Baker Mayfield is probably like one of my favorite fucking football players right now. So having the opportunity to take Baker Mayfield at 2, it's too hard to pass. And then the Mahomes was kind of like, how many fucking Super Bowl MVPs does Mahomes have? Like, it's just too, it's too safe of a pick to pass up. He's always involved in these playoffs. This is like, it doesn't even matter what he does during the regular season. He always shows up during the playoffs, and that's why I chose him number 1 overall over an actual personal favorite. Because Gibbs was definitely somebody that I wanted to target, and if Gibbs fell to me, he probably would have been. I probably wouldn't have pulled the trigger on Baker Mayfield as fast as I did if King D didn't pick Gibbs right there, but he did, so it kind of made my life a little bit easier. And then Amon-Ra St. Brown, actually, he did a solid right there, getting the 2 best Lions players. I like that. I like that move. Gibbs and St. Brown. And pushing off the quarterback. It's opposite of what I did, but I could totally see that being a winning combination. If you can get, say he finds the sweet spot, and then that AFC quarterback ends up on his squad, then he did himself. Then he did himself a winning. That would be the winning. That would be the winning recipe right there. If the Lions get in there, and then he finds the AFC quarterback to pair up with his Lions, that's how that's how you would probably win this league. And that's just in the first 3 rounds. Doesn't even matter what the next 12 rounds is. Because if anybody knows anything about these fantasy playoffs, is that when you, especially if you incorporate the Super Bowl, some fantasy leagues don't incorporate the Super Bowl because it is only 2 teams. So they keep it to the championship, where you at least have 4 teams, so it'd be somewhat competitive. But in our format, we're active in the Super Bowl, so playing for the Super Bowl in pre-draft is a big decision to chase. I I don't know who the two teams in the Super Bowl are going to be. Nobody does, but like I said earlier, I'm going off the conspiracy theory. Red is involved, so I've got 2 red quarterbacks. I am the defending playoff league championship manager, by the way. I don't think we did as I don't. I only joined one, and I won it. I don't think there was more than one. When Bogey gets back, he can confirm on if Steamboat and Bogey created more than one. But the one that I did win was the same setup. I had the same thought process. I had a good amount of Chiefs and Niners, and that's kind of where I got carried. Both my quarterbacks weren't in the Super Bowl though, so that's what's different between this team and the other team. Is I went Goff and C.J. Stroud, and heavy on the Super Bowl teams. Bogey already mentioned it. I had CMC on my squad. Don't remember if I had Kelsey. I might have had Kelsey too. If not Kelsey, it probably was Noah Gray. At this point, I'm excited though. Having the Mahomes Mayfield quarterbacks gives me the opportunity to have a 2 quarterbacks in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I went 2 NFC quarterbacks on the other side over there with Jaden and Darnold, so kind of pigeonholed myself a little bit, but I was like, let me just take 2 QBs now, and then I'll work on the rest of the roster. I may or may not do that depending on draft position or the next one.
Yeah. Yeah, it's I don't hate taking position players at all. Especially Silky Johnson taking Saquon, number 2 overall. That was a very solid pick, going Saquon number 2, and totally going against the grain and saying, you know what, a quarterback is going to fall, and I might still be able to get 2 in the 2 and 3, or he can, continue to push it off, and then just have like 3 flex heavy hitters, and that's kind of how I won. Like I said, like my quarterbacks were eliminated fairly quick, and I won last year with the Goff and C.J. Stroud. So there's more. There like any other regular fantasy league. I guess there's multiple ways to achieve a victory, but I had to get Mayfield right there. I guess there was one player that I would have taken. I had a thought process of between these 2 guys, and I went with the quarterback. And Bogey did go Herbert.
Oh, there you go.
He did go Herbert. Okay, well.
All right. Herbo.
Yeah. And he's been really solid closing out the year. Justin Herbert has been a very solid QB1 play.
Yeah.
In the beginning of the year, he was a QB2 play. Closing out the season, he looked really damn good and finished with some elite efficiency numbers. One of the most efficient quarterback seasons of all time. He went up against the Aaron Rodgers season, the Tom Brady best season, and then there was one more other quarterback that had a crazy efficient season.
Yeah. So we got Diamond. So I'm back here live. We got Diamond Joe. You know what I mean? So so walk us through the thought process. So you taking the Jalen Hurts, Derrick Henry pack there.
Definitely wanted Gibbs, but wanted to secure my quarterback. So didn't love Hurts, but I like Philly as the playoff team. So yeah, there as far as to then if it was Henry or Gibbs or Baker on the way back, I was going to get one of them. So that was it. Happy with the Henry pick.
Yeah, me too. It allowed me to have Baker.
Baker, but I definitely wanted to get some Derrick Henry in the lineup. So
Derrick Henry is a great pick right there. I'm just pulling you a little bit right there. I was hoping Baker fell, and he did fall, but you probably did the right move by taking arguably the Ravens' best positional player, and I see the Ravens being a contender to beat the Chiefs and get into the Super Bowl. It's built. That Ravens team is built to win a Super Bowl. So whether or not they
the Ravens and the Eagles kind of mirror each other as far as like AFC versions and then NFC versions of each other. You know what I mean? Outside of maybe they got a better tandem at receiver in Philly. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, you got Zay and Mark Andrews. You know what I mean? And Debate Man. I guess, it's really Lamar is the weapon over there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, and obviously the king plowing the way. Tractor seat though. Okay, so I like your build so far. I'm doing my Ken versus I'm doing my Ken versus Kidda's Ryu. Where we got the bye week QBs and then the ones for this week type of shit that hopefully can get to the next stage. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Yeah, and then the rest of the season.
I stacked up on a lot of bye week players, so I wasn't mad to get players playing. Around one.
Yeah, and hitters. I mean, shit, Jalen Hurts can't complain.
Exactly.
The big question mark is if he is going to be playing.
Is he? Do we have any other word? See, the ear of the streets he's packing up right now because
and the way that this roster construction is built is that you can't just have motherfucking Kenny Pickett on your squad.
Yeah.
Like if you're gonna roster Kenny Pickett, you're gonna have to not have the other starter somewhere like a Russ Wilson. You're gonna have to make a decision between Russell Wilson and Kenny Pickett.
He's got to clear.
Those are like a week 2, week 3 down the line kind of pickup. Like, screw it, I'm going to get this backup QB on the roster just in case.
Yeah.
Yes.
You can find anything that'd be worth.
Yeah. If you got a guy that gets eliminated, then you can start to grab some backups.
For sure.
Yeah, and if they was on a winning team, you still get 3 points.
There you go.
That's how it works, right, Diamond Joe? Oh, he's going through the Pacheco Pass right now. See, that's a sign. You got to drive Pacheco now.
Hey. No, I'm just kidding.
No, he's literally going through the Pacheco Pass. So he's like, we call it the Matrix because that's when he was definitely cutting it out. That's probably what was happening. Remember, I told you that's probably what was happening to him in the draft room.
Bakes wants to know if
Joe.
this is this league tight end premium. I don't know the answer to that.
No, because in Fantrax they do not allow fancy tight end premiums, unfortunately. Because that would be cool, but we get first down points. Yeah, take a gander at the scoring format. It'll tell you it all. But yeah, it's definitely QBs. We got the we got a moderate. It's not a moderate for the passing. It's actually what is it called? 1 point for every 14 passing yards. Because I don't know, for some reason you can't do 15. But see, yeah, so there is a little touch of a premium there, and the rest is pretty uniform. You know what I mean? From what we're accustomed to going to war with, outside of the 2 point per reception. Yeah, I wanted to steroid it up, but he was like, like, oh, yeah, you're right, Diamond Joe. We'll leave it as, because I wanted to steroid it up. You know what I mean?
Juice it up.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, let's just make everyone go crazy. But it's also like when you get to the limitations. So, like, even just one running back spot and hella extra flexes, because you could, there's gonna be more 3 and 4 receivers than there will be ever 3 and 4 running backs that, you know what I mean, might actually see on the field. You know what I mean?
Indeed.
Yeah, this one. And then the other one, what's the other one you're in, Kidda?
2.
Who else is in that one? Because then I'll see if
all of us in minus Lee and Guru, but we got Clock and Smoking Jay.
Okay, because we'll just go ahead and what we'll do is, as soon as Steamboat he's about to get to work probably like within an hour. You know what I mean? I'll have him fire that one up too. You know what I mean? So yeah, Steamboat, if you're still watching, you know what I mean, we'll do the draft order, the reset the draft order, and or randomize the draft order and have it set. Bang.
Is that going to be a slow?
Yeah, we might as well just fire that one off too, because then I know what Clock, the way he moves to and fro too, that might work for him too. Peacock's in there, that I know that'll work out for him too. And then, I mean, well, look at this one. We're already in round 2, right? So, 15, and it's been like an hour. So slow drafts work. Plus, it's for the reason, right? Because
we got Saturday afternoon.
Yep.
Saturday afternoon. Is that the first game? The Texans Chargers is the first one?
Yep.
Okay, so yeah, then it's at 3:30 Central my time, I believe.
Yep. So that's our afternoon game for us. And then I mean, because if it gets down to it, I mean, we're down to do a fast draft that morning. You know what I mean? The last degenerate one.
Yeah, we do a
degenerate clock.
Right?
Yeah, we could invite some degenerates and then just do like a quick fast draft before that game.
Yeah. I mean, and the other ones, like I think we have even the Wednesday night fast draft that I was getting one of those other groups, or I got another group together. Probably gonna tell them, boom, let's just fire up the slow draft, bang, just have it all going. And I initially wanted to do that, but some people that haven't done a slow draft, they don't understand that at first. But I told them, like, this is like the best.
There you go. Diamond Joe confirmed. He said he'll fire it up or set it up by 12:30.
There you go. Thank you, Diamond Joe. Then I'll go ahead and send the memo out.
Cool.
Yeah. Look at that. See, asking you shall receive. He actually did a live wow. I love it. Wow.
Yeah, those are fun. Sweet.
I wonder which one was that actually Sailor Moon, or was it one of the other ones?
I think it was one of the other ones. This is a big topic of conversation
Is it?
It is
Okay,
because
it's time for us to have it then.
there was one that was I think it was called like Killer or something like that, or
YouTuber?
no, these are all like 90s animes.
Yeah, that sounds
They
familiar.
said it too. Wow.
Yeah, but it wasn't like copyrighted to where nobody could use it, so it was spread. But the original one
Well,
was
you remember back in the days, if you had leaped in one of those animes, it would go that same sound. You know what I'm talking about? Like they had like some kind of universal sounds that everyone used, right? But yeah, I didn't know this one was highly debated. Okay.
no, yeah,
This is kind
it
of
is a highly debated one for sure. And I could do a quick
synopsis.
yeah, hold on, let me ask the internet.
There you go. Let's go to the bottom of this. Actually, I feel like you might need to know this.
I'm looking for like a soundboard to see if it'll give me a.
Wow.
Somebody says it's from Konami game.
Oh, okay, maybe.
Ooh. You know what's crazy is all my kids, they play all
I
the
found a
games.
Sailor Moon soundboard. Sorry, like it's just I'm gonna get to the share screen real fast. Let's close that.
Moon Tiara! Action!
Hey, the beats,
Sailor Moon seizure.
the beats they be rocking are hella tight, man.
Crescent beam power. Tuxedo mask. Thunder.
私をもって嵐を起こせ雲を呼べ三日月を降らせよシープリームサンダー
It sounds like a video game.
So there's a anime called Fairy Tale. That could be the original.
Whoa.
Okay.
I never even heard of that.
And it's fairy tale
Wow.
as in fairy tale, like the actual tale, not a fairy tale story, but a fairy tale as in like a
TAIL.
fucking yeah, TAIL, yeah.
Okay, not TAL.
Check it. We gotta verify this.
So, like, I would imagine they chopped the fairy tale off.
Sorry.
Wow.
It's funny because they have them in English and in Japanese, so it sounds bad. I'm listening to them. Oh, I found it. It's called Follow a Man. Well, no, maybe not. But anyways, it was the second sound effect on the thing.
Cool. We got to the
on
bottom
here.
of it.
Okay, it's this one.
Oh, we might need that.
Where'd it go? I just heard it.
Well, you're just on it.
I had literally just heard it right now. I don't know where it went.
Yeah, you literally.
Are you talking about mine?
Oh, maybe it was yours.
Oh, Kidda found it.
I typed in the fairy tale.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Oh my god, that's right. Earlier today I saw Jean-Claude Van Damme as R2D2, and that shit was fucking having me cracking up, dude.
Oh shit!
I know what you're talking about. I've seen it. He's like doing all the.
He was just like the blood sport Jean-Claude Van Damme. It's like
I've seen it.
and like doing
and making the sound.
Yeah, I saw that when I did it. It's hilarious.
I was laughing so hard. I was like, "Oh my god, this is fucking." This is so fucking bad, but good at the same time. It was so bad. It was so bad, but it's good.
It reminds
like
me of
old school internet.
When they're bad, but they're good.
I love when it's
His second appearance, but Steven
Yes.
Flo has already captured
Yeah.
the attention of the
Stephen
world.
Flo is that-
And I got the Steven Flo drop.
He's a legend.
Steven.
But what's next for the grunge-inspired super wrestler?
Steven.
Find out on Sunday, March 9th, when the super wrestlers return to the Concord
He
Music
really
Hall for
stood
Super
up for
Wrestling.
himself.
Hey, we need to reach out to him. I swear to God, he'll come on the show. Hey, bro, we were promoting your matchup coming up to March 9th. I'm just saying, man. You probably would.
Steven Flo. Good stuff.
Bakes just picked. All right, let's jump in and see what happened.
Nice.
What did he do? He got Kyron.
It was absolutely geeking on me as fuck.
Oh no!
earlier,
Wow, Mike
when he would let me
Joseph
in the fucking thing.
and nice. So after Bakes took James Cook, it went Matthew Stafford to Silky, and then Dennis took Justin Jefferson and Bucky Irving, and then Silky took Kyron Williams. I like that build right there. The Saquon, Matthew Stafford, Kyron.
Ooh.
It's a lot of points right there. And now we got Bakes back on the clock, and he's active. He's thinking. He's thinking. I wonder who he's thinking about. If he's gonna get a quarterback or a wide receiver here.
Steven Flo. Bro, if Steven Flo was in the draft, he would have been
Bakes,
got
your
drafted.
man Jordan Love is there.
Does he believe?
Do
The
you
Bakersfield
believe?
hero. The hometown kid. Came a long way. Hold on, I'm gonna go grab this water for the kid. Steven Flo. Steven Flo. Steven Flo.
It's so bad because
The lyrics
that's
are
like
awesome.
that's one of Pearl Jam's most like iconic songs, and now it's like memed. So it's like,
Oh, yeah, it is.
what did we do? Oh, Banks, you motherfucker! What are you taking Puka for? Damn it! Ah! Puka was my next pick for sure. I shouldn't project my favorite players. Well, Bakes, I have to agree with you right there. That's a damn good pick right there. Oh well.
Oops.
Now we got Bogey. But Bogey's not here, so I don't know if he knows it's his turn.
Mhm.
I wonder what he would do, actually. I have a feeling I know what he would do. I have a slight inclination that he would do something. And it's also one of those moves where if he doesn't grab him, then I'm gonna grab him. So I'm being very, very cautious with exposing the plan. But I think I know who I want. And I'm not too sure if he has the same idea. I'm locked in and loaded.
I'm getting hungry. I'm waiting for my coworker to come back so I can grab lunch. My question is, what am I going to eat? And am I going to go home to eat it so I can smoke before I eat it? Probably not. I'll probably just eat and come back. Lame. Yeah, well, can you tell me where the transfer? Damn it. Who did this?
All right. See if my my perfect plan comes to fruition. But I've got 2 players queued up, and I want to say I have a chance of getting both of these players.
Forward this to the reporter. Just replying to some work emails.
All right. Bogey is not in the draft room.
I think he went to check on some food for the kids or something. That's what he said.
All right, kids, it's time to learn how to use the microwave. Step 1.
Put the
Go
food
to the
in the
freezer.
microwave.
Step 2. Remove from box. Step
Yeah, when
3.
you have the freezer stuff ready to pop in the microwave, that's usually good.
Cut a slit in the plastic. Step 4. Place in microwave and close the door. Step 5. Set the timer for the suggested cook time. Step 6. Carefully remove hot item from microwave.
And wait.
Step 7. Mix. Mix the item you microwaved. Step 8. Eat and enjoy.
Devour.
Step 9. Throw away container. Step 10. Wash utensil used.
Chinese.
You can follow this 10-step program. Okay. You will get a reward.
Did we get any action? My bad. This
you.
kid eats, man. So the baby, I always call her the baby, even though she's 3 years old, because she's the youngest, right? The baby she eats a waffle, right? Yeah. Boom, house is the waffle. And she's like, I want chips. I'm like, all right, give her some chips. House is a bowl of chips. And then she's like, I want mac and cheese. I'm like, hold on.
I like how she.
I'm like, you want lunch already? You want mac?
She's like, I want all food groups.
Because I'm watching her on the monitor, like, oh, she's climbing the thing. She's like trying to look in the cabinet because I put the mac and cheese up there. The box, well, we put it up there out of her reach because she's always just like grabbing them, playing with them. Like she'll bring it in her toy kitchen, in her little play kitchen, and like pretend she's cooking mac and cheese and shit.
That's tight.
But I'm like, this is real mac and cheese though, right? So I'm like, listen, just put it out of reach, but she'll climb the thing. This kid's crazy.
Do you know who you want third?
Am I on right now?
Yes, sir.
Oh, I'm on. Oh, snap.
Puka just went.
Okay, so who went?
Puka just went.
Ah! Okay, now I don't know who I'm going to get real quick.
Are you sure you don't know?
I mean, there's options here. I'm probably going to take AJ, honestly. Damn, someone took Puka. Yeah, my phone's not in here, though. I was going to close up, though, because I'm going to kick some mac and cheese. Well, at least for me. So, if y'all can still rock, I'll be right back then. And yeah, I'm probably gonna
I was gonna say I'll wait for you to come back, and then we can.
Oh yeah. Like, we can shut it down right now.
Oh, okay, yeah, because I don't know when my coworker's coming back, but as soon as he's here, I'm ripping off lunch.
Yeah. No, let's close this thing down.
My stomach is eating itself.
I know, right? I'm about to cook some bacon alongside that mac and cheese.
Yeah, and I was gonna say just some final thoughts, I guess, like on my team. Like I said, first draft of the playoffs, I hadn't done it in like 2 years, so it was just interesting. I was kind of pigeonholed into some picks. I felt like I wanted to get some other players, but every time I tried, you guys were taking the bye week guys. So I did grab a couple of Lions, but not a lot. One defensive player and Jamo. Other than that, I'm heavily involved with. I think I have 4 Vikings. And then like 3 Ravens or something of that nature. So
that's kind of how you do it, right there, though. Like,
yeah, that's how I had to. I think I was forced into like kind of going that way, and I was like, well, since the way the draft kind of went this way, I'm gonna focus on these 2 teams. I think they might, advance or whatever. So it kind of reflects my thoughts on the way things.
You got the purple rain going on.
Yeah.
And your team.
But on this next one, I'm going to try to diversify. I have 0 Texans. I only have 1 Eagle. So we'll see what's up. I ended up with 2 Chargers on my teams as well. So took Derwin James with my last pick. So
good pick.
Yeah. So we'll see how it shakes out, right? The all important one, I think, is this the week 1. If you can get your teams past week 1, you've done a good job. But
hell yeah, you ain't lying.
We'll see how that goes. But yeah, those are my thoughts just on my picks for this draft. It was fun though. It felt like playing a game of chess last night when we were drafting. Yeah,
and then this one too. This next one, it's a slow draft too. So like, you know what I mean.
And if we want to play some chess, I'm down to play some chess too.
I'm not that great. I've been playing against my son recently because he's kind of gotten really into it. So
awesome, dude.
That, yeah. But yeah, he'll kick my ass if I'm not paying attention. I'm usually not paying attention. Kind of just like, let me run into my office and do this real quick, and then come back, and then he's like, all right, I just made my move, and I'm not thinking. I just move. But anyway,
you're like,
yeah. I don't have the patience. Maybe when I get a little older, I still have some life in me. I can move around and do things. All right. Well, on that note, we will shut it down, but we'll be back. We'll be doing some other things, updating you guys with some more of these playoff league drafts. Yeah,
stay tuned. You know what I mean? We you know what I mean? Appreciate everybody as usual for tapping in and wake your game up. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I know Friday Steamboat, he wants to do a drive during that morning because he's off. So I was like, we could probably do that because we still have I think that one has Spencer in it too. But yeah, and then also if anybody's interested, if you guys really want to fire him up, holler at us on the Instagrams and whatnot. Gen WealthNet _.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Let us know. We'll get you in there. We'll create another league if we can, do a quick draft like you were saying. Maybe we can get one fired up early Saturday morning and get it done. But on that note,
I definitely got a couple more people too, so we might. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. Never say never.
Stay tuned.
All right. Well, on that note, we'll take us out of here, and until the next time, everybody, stay cool, stay sweet. We'll see you on the flip side, and be on the lookout. We'll be probably rocking Saturday for them playoff games as well.
Yes.
100. All right. Everybody have a great day. Peace.
Eureka. We make plays every day.